channel. Today I wanted to share with you 4 recipes that we made for our Super Bowl party at my house. And I hope you guys enjoy. Kicking it off with barbecue pork walking tacos. I'm going to be using a half loin roast. I find it's a lot cheaper than the butt or the shoulder. And I'm just going to trim off some of this fat. I did go ahead and season this with some store-bought barbecue rub. You can certainly make your own rub. And I'm just going to liberally season this. I'm cutting this in half so it'll fit in my Instant Pot. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of oil, and I set this to saute. We want to make sure that we get our meat browned on each side. Now I'm going to flip it up on the side so I can fit my other pork loin in there and repeat the process. I did thinly slice 2 onions that I'm going to add to the pot. I have about 6 or 7 garlic cloves. Pork can take a whole lot of seasoning. That's what I've learned throughout the years. So I'm adding about 4 to 6 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 cups of chicken broth, and I'm adding some Lipton onion soup mix. Just mixing it up a little bit. I'm going to put the lid on. We're going to set this at high pressure for 90 minutes. After 90 minutes, it's completely falling apart all by itself. We're just going to remove it from the Instant Pot, along with the onions that I sliced up. And now this is a whole lot of pork, so I'm going to separate this meat into 2 batches. We're going to have so much food tonight, I'm not going to need all this pork. So I'm going to save the other half for tomorrow, maybe do some pork tacos or barbecue pork sandwiches or some enchiladas or something like that. So I'm just going to put it in an airtight container. Now all you're going to need is some Doritos, tortilla chips, Fritos. I have a variety so people can choose whatever flavor that they want. Now, I saw this recipe on Pioneer Woman. It looked really good. So I have some French's fried onions, and she called for some ranch dressing. I went ahead and chopped up some green onions. You can open these from the top. I just find it's easier to eat when I open it from the side. And I did crush these up a little bit. And you can just add the toppings of your choice. I think some lettuce, tomato, onion would be good. Maybe even some coleslaw if you like that southern style. We all really enjoyed it, and I would definitely make this again. Next up is my highly requested meatballs. And all it is frozen meatballs that I get from Walmart. That's it. Everybody loves these things. And I'm going to use my Instant Pot to slow cook these because I do have the slow cooker setting on it. And I'm just adding in 2 cans of mushroom soup. And I like to add in a cup of beef broth. I do use the Better Than Bouillon. I think it gives it great flavor. You want to cook these on high for about 2 hours, or you can slow cook them on low for 4 hours. I like to serve mine with some toothpicks. I've even made this for dinner before over some pasta noodles or some rice and served it with a vegetable and a salad. Next up is my spicy shrimp cheese dip. So this is pretty much like your velveta dip with the rotel and the sausage, only we're going to use shrimp instead. So I just added some garlic, paprika, salt, and pepper. And I have my cast iron heating over medium-high heat with some olive oil and some butter. And we're just going to cook these down about 4 or 5 minutes, I'm guessing, until they're nice and pink and done and they look similar to this here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of the pan and set my shrimp aside. And we're going to start on the sauce. So I have an onion that I diced, green onions, a jalapeno, and some tomatoes. And I'm just going to cook this down for about 3 minutes or so until my onions are translucent. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add in my cheese. I have about 6 ounces of Velveeta and 4 to 6 ounces of the cream cheese, and it is softened. Coby Jack going in, and some pepper jack going in. Some queso cheese would be really good too. I'm going to add some rotel. Mine's hot and spicy. And we're just going to cook this down until the cheese gets nice and melty. I went ahead and added my shrimp back in. And I'm going to top this with some more cheese. And we're going to bake this in the oven until the cheese gets nice and melty. And I'm just topping it with some green onion. My husband went crazy over this recipe. It is amazing. I will definitely make this again, and I hope you give this one a try. Next, we made pigs in a blanket. I'm sure everybody knows how to make this, but I have my camera out, so I'm going to share it with you anyway. I have a can of canned biscuits and some little Smokies. I just got the smaller package. And just cut your biscuits into 4 pieces. And I'm going to go ahead and dry these off because there was so much water in the pack. And wrap them up. This is probably my kids' favorite. They love these little things. Bake these at 350 for 15 minutes. You can make a cheese sauce, a honey mustard sauce, dip it in some ketchup or some mustard. Next up is my homemade stuffed crust pizza. I'm going to go ahead and grease my skillet. You can use some Pillsbury pizza dough if you would like. I did go ahead and make my own. I'm just going to lay this in here where my edges are hanging over the pan. I had a block of mozzarella cheese that I cut into chunks like this. I prefer to use some string cheese, but I didn't have any of that. If you got string cheese, use string cheese. Put you some sauce in there and whatever toppings that you like. And we're going to go ahead and bake this at 500 degrees for 15 to 18 minutes. I did make up some garlic Parmesan butter and brushed it on top of the crust. This can be served any time of the year. I mean, who doesn't love some stuffed crust pizza? I know I do. Well, I know I showed you guys a variety of different food today, and I hope that you were inspired to make one of these recipes at your next party. Well, that wraps it up for this video. I thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Feel free to share it. Subscribe if you would like. And for more recipes, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Okay? All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.